Hello guys, we're here again with another amazing Malaysian-made board game, and I'm here with James from Cikgu Life. So yeah, please introduce yourself and what your game is about.
Hi, my name is James, and we created a board game called the Cikgu Life based on our experiences as teachers. And I suppose this game is just to share the story of what teachers actually go through on a day-to-day basis. So how you start up is every player actually gets this school board. These school boards sort of represent your school, and in Malaysia we have a lot of different types of schools. So everyone will get a school profile card. So these school profile cards, we have national schools, we have rural schools, we have international schools, vernacular, cluster, and the like. So each player will draw by random and sort of place a school on their board. National schools are the general SMKs or SKs if you like.
Okay.
And if you see the power, no special treatment. So in Malaysia we also have these rural schools that normally have less students.
Right.
Starts with only 3 students, but they get to play one action to clear paperwork. Generally because in the rural school you're a bit more laid back, you have a bit more time to clear paperwork.
I see.
Every teacher, you can tell the bane of every teacher is the administrative paperwork and whatnot, right? So as a teacher, there's 2 things that you need to achieve. One is you need to be efficient, which means you need to clear all your paperwork. And secondly, you need to be effective. That means you can actually teach students. The objective of the game is 2 things. One, you have to get 5 students to grade A, and second is to have no paperwork at the end.
I see.
So some people will have a lot of paperwork, but all students are A. Some will have all the students struggling but have no paperwork.
I see.
Yeah. The way to play the game is pretty simple. Just remember 1, 2, 3. You draw one event card. Event cards are things that happen to you. You don't really have control as a teacher. You know, it might be due to weather, might be due to policies. And then after that, you draw 2 action cards, and then you get to play 3 different types of actions. These are sort of things that teachers are in control of. So you can play either an action card, or you can say, oh, I don't want to play any actions, I just want to clear my paperwork. Or the third one is, you might want to recruit a student. This happens because rural schools actually start with only 3 and they need 5 to win. Or there might be discipline cases where your students get expelled. So to start, we mirror real life too. Generally, most senior teachers become principals, so the older player generally ends up starting the game and resolving any disputes in the game.
Okay, 89.
Oh, 91. Yeah.
Darn it.
So based on this, it says you add 1 paperwork.
Well, fantastic.
So you get 1 extra.
Yep.
Right. And now you draw 2.
Everyone loves paperwork. Draw 2.
And then now you can opt to play 3 different actions. So if you see on your action cards, each action card actually has a function to either increase or decrease student grades and increase or decrease paperwork.
Okay.
And then the rest would have words in bold which sort of indicate what sort of function they have.
I'm gonna play a donation drive and draw another 2 action cards. So just draw that. Okay. This just works just fine. This is exactly what happens in school as well. So I was just cutting corners and remove 3 of my paperwork. Yeah.
I will draw next. So this event's Malaysia wins sports, so you know there's always public holidays. So this affects all teachers. Everyone gets to remove 1 paperwork.
Awesome.
In schools, generally, if the teacher is single, you actually have to do more during school camps. And single here normally denotes if you're married or not. So if you're not married, I'm not married, so.
Okay, so it literally mirrors your. Okay, that makes sense.
A bit of background: we were actually teachers with Teach for Malaysia, and because of that, we sort of went into schools, we taught, and that's where the inspiration for this game came about. And so when we launched, it was primarily, let's start off with the Teach for Malaysia group first, get teachers excited about a game that actually speaks about their life.
Yeah.
Teachers, generally, we try to encourage teamwork. So this card is what we call professional learning community. So teachers will group together and learn together. So partner one teacher. So let's say it will partner you.
Okay.
So you can move 3 students up one grade.
Oh, nice.
And then, but you plus 2 people.
I see, to each of us, right?
Alright. So it happened while we were teaching. Group of us gathered together, the teachers, and we were just this social event, playing some board games.
Okay.
One of our friends actually created a board game for his college project.
I see.
So it was this. He went for architecture class. He had to do an assignment. So his task was to create a board game based on a movie.
Oh.
And the moment I heard that, I was like, hey, why don't we do a board game about our lives as teachers? So we said, okay, sure, let's. It was a nice thing to laugh about. Gave it a bit of thought, created some potential cards that we could have some laughs over. Later you might see Angmo visits, things that actually mirror our life, and it was good to laugh about, but nothing really came out of it. Then after a while, we had a Teach for Malaysia alumni board game social, and then they were saying, hey, you have a game, right? Then I said, no, I have an idea. So we sort of got a few of us together, started doing a prototype, and then we tested it out during the event. And that was the moment we sort of realized that this is actually very powerful to share the life of a teacher. Students and teachers' voices are often neglected, and we realized that this game could sort of share the experiences, let people feel some of the frustrations teachers have in balancing student achievement, paperwork. I think one thing was trying to balance between realism and the other aspect is a balanced game. So some schools, high achieving schools, have a lot of perks, or international schools, very advanced. But how do we sort of make it a bit more balanced, a bit more fair game, so there's not a super overpowering player, but at the same time maintain the realism, so people sort of feel the frustrations in the inequality, in inequity, and then they sort of say, oh, that's why some schools are still struggling. That's why Malaysia, there's still social injustice and students are still left behind. We had a friend, Aida Tian. I think her Instagram handle is at Aida in Origami. Really, really talented. All of this is watercolor drawings actually.
Right. I realized how beautiful the art is. As I say that, I play Cikgu Cantik.
Currently, we only sell on Shopee, so they can order a set of Shopee.
Alright.
And we are still trying to get into the physical store arena, but not quite there yet.
I see. Alright. Hopefully with this video, we'll be able to do that. Please, any potential sponsors or anyone who want to carry or distribute their board game, please do. It's an amazing game.
So the mechanism for recruiting students is, if you recruit an F student, it's one action, but it's no paperwork. Recruit an E student, still the same action, but you actually add 2 paperwork. And if you recruit a D student, then you get 3 paperwork. And the last card, I will actually play this transfer student. So I was still one of your students.
Oh wow!
Not higher than C. So if I still a C student, it goes to C as well.
Oh wow!
And that's pretty much why we have a mechanism for recruiting students. The idea, the time when we laughed about it was sort of in 2015, and then what we realized was, okay, we're too busy with teaching, so let's sort of put it in back burners. Came 2017 when we were done with our 2-year contract. We decided, okay, let's have that social, create a prototype. Took about, let's say, 8 to 10 months of just public playtestings, and big shout out to really tabletop game designers of Malaysia for organizing alpha meets. So really letting board game designers with really crude prototypes just to test it out in public.
Awesome.
And from there, then that's when we realized how much we didn't know about board games actually. I remember the first time we were playtesting, and there was this group of, I believe they were Magic the Gathering players.
Okay.
Then they started talking about card resolving and turn resolving, and I just stared at them and I was like, I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Draw rate,
and
probability of getting certain combination of cards.
So he looked at me and he was like, what's your favorite board game? And I realized at that moment, I actually don't play that much board games.
Yeah, only play Monopoly, right? Those are the beginning part. Yeah, I get it.
So over time, it's just really testing it out, really learning as we go along. Then after that, it's learning about the design phase and really getting the artists to work on this, digitizing them. So it took about a year and a half from when we launched our first prototype to the finished product.
Do you guys plan to like continue making board games with your team, or like?
We are currently looking into another game, but at the same time also looking to refine this game. I think there's still a lot of room for improvement for this game. A lot of expansions, a lot of potential additional events and cards that we can add in.
Definitely.
I feel there are a lot more streams of schools that we haven't actually explored. We haven't got into private schools, haven't looked at home schools.
I remember you said that it's available on Shopee, right? So does that mean it's available to ship internationally as well?
Currently, I think Shopee doesn't accept international cards.
Okay.
So right now, I think it's a bit limited to mostly Malaysia.
Imagine if you made a version for each different country's postal system.
It's something we are sort of exploring too.
Awesome.
So within Teach for Malaysia, there's this Teach for All network, which is an international. Trying to see a bit more into how this game can do, can feature into recruitment or teacher training. So a lot of avenues to actually explore.
Alright, awesome.
Currently, we have our Facebook page and our Instagram page. Sort of just there's a bit of backstory, a bit of photos of what we've been doing, events that we've been to. We're still working on having an official website. Then we have the Shopee page, which sort of just you can read a bit more of what the game's actually about. I think there are a series of events that will be coming up. Together with tabletop game designers of Malaysia, we are trying to group together and go to as many events as possible. So just to really develop the local board game scene. I think for the most part we'll blast our events on Facebook.
Alright. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's great. I think it's really inspiring to see you and the team build something as beautiful as this, and as genuinely innovative as this as well. For me, as a personal board game geek, it takes all my you got card draw, you got player movement, pieces movement, you got unique power mechanics with the skulls. Yeah, it's just I just love the whole aspect of this whole game, and I really want a copy now. I think that's all the time that we have for today. If you guys would like to find out more about the Cikgu Life and where you guys can get this board game, please do visit their Facebook page and their Instagram page, as they were saying. Get your own copy at Shopee, and thank you guys.